Hey friends, I'm Lily Farlands, and today we're diving into another exciting adventure together. Sit back, relax, and let's explore. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more incredible journeys. Welcome aboard as we investigate the history of Indonesia, one of the most stunningly diverse and picturesque places to ever be inhabited by humans. From its rainforests to its culture, from its intricate religious beliefs to its exotic cuisine, from the birds of paradise to the cute little monkeys that scamper about, Indonesia has it all. Together, we are going to take a tour of some of the culture, religion, and wildlife of this very special place. Strap in and hold on, it'll be quite a ride. Indonesia is the world's most diverse archipelago, an endlessly fascinating territory of fascinating culture and beautiful landscapes. Having more than 17,000 islands located on either side of the equator, its history is the product of centuries of trade, migration, and colonialism. Indeed, there is arguably more to Indonesian culture, religion, climate, and many other aspects than anywhere else on Earth. Here is a journey into Indonesia's diversity. Indonesia is a country of extreme topographical and climatic variation, wedged between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Across its 13,000-plus islands, its geography and geology range from the volcanoes of Java to the rainforests of Borneo. In general, the climate is mildly to intensely equatorial, with temperatures hovering around the mid to upper 20s and strong humidity fluctuations according to proximity to the oceans and considerably lower temperatures in the highlands. The year is generally divided into two seasons: the wet season, which is longer the closer you are to the equator, generally lasting from November to March, and the dry season from April to October. As everywhere else on Earth, precise seasonal variations are controlled by factors such as altitude and ocean currents. Indonesia's cultural mosaic, the result of centuries of trading between ports in South and East Asia and myriad migrations, reflects the extraordinary diversity of its 300-odd ethnic groups and more than 700 languages today. Indonesia's formal traditions were initiated by animistic beliefs and later infused with influences from neighboring Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms to the west, as well as Islam and Southeast Asia's Malay archipelagic kingdoms. These create a dizzying diversity of cultural expression, from the intricate batik designs of Java to the striking dance of Bali. Colorful cultural celebrations ranging from marriage rituals, river bathing festivals to the performance of shadow puppets convey a sense of Indonesia's deeper cultural heritage and its immense local pride. Indonesia is one in which religion remains widely influential to social organizing, though Islamic practice dominates following Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. The roots of Islam in Indonesia are typically thought to be in the 13th century via trading routes that expanded into the Indonesian archipelago in the subsequent centuries. Indonesia is presently the site of the largest Islamic population in the world, with mosques defining contemporary urban experience and the 5 times daily calls to prayer playing from loudspeakers on street corners. Yet, religious practices remain mixed, suggestive of a long-term indigenous human experience with animism and the earlier Hindu-Buddhist traditions presently articulated in the numerous sacred sites, including at Borobudur and Prambanan temples. Indonesia's cuisine is as diverse as its culture, with an array of flavors and ingredients to satisfy every foodie. From spicy rendang beef curry to nasi goreng, fried rice with chilies, shallots, garlic, and other condiments, Indonesian cuisine is full of delicious surprises. It has a generous selection of addictive spices and aromatic herbs, and rice is the staple food in most dishes and is served alongside meat, seafood, and vegetables. Sauté skewers, sambal, a condiment made of chilies and spices, as well as tempeh, a cake made from soya beans, form a small fraction of the cuisine's culinary landscape. Indonesian street food is colorful and eclectic, with a bustling market and food stalls offering a variety of snacks and delicacies. The country's food is reflective of its culture. China, India, the Middle East, and Europe all form a cultural mix of the country, and Indonesian cuisine is an extension of this ethos. The depth and breadth of the artistic heritage of Indonesia is as disparate and varied as its geography. The spectrum of disciplines and domains range from traditional crafts to contemporary art forms, from traditional wax-resist dyeing, batik, to metalwork, wood carving, and pottery. the legacy of which continued to instill Indonesia's master craftsmen and women with a proud heritage. Traditional performing arts such as wayang shadow puppetry and gamelan music also flourish with Indonesian audiences, and the everyday practicing of these time-honored performing arts continues to enchant with their rhythms and storytelling traditions. At the other end of the spectrum is a new breed of contemporary Indonesian artists whose works are exhibited internationally as they take their traditional craft history and contemporary themes into modern mediums. Indonesia is one of the world's biodiversity hotspots and is home to an incredible array of plant and animal species, many of them endemic. Tropical rainforests are especially high in biodiversity, and Indonesia's lush forests hold a vast variety of life. Among the most well-known species are orangutans and Sumatran tigers, but it's the many more discrete birds, reptiles, amphibians, and other creatures that hold the greatest fascination for biologists and conservationists. Like the Great Smog that blanketed London in the 1950s, fires in global forests transmit pollutants in ways that we are still uncovering. Indonesia's biodiversity is far from safe. It's threatened by deforestation, the illegal wildlife trade, and the impacts of a changing climate. Government agencies, NGOs, and local communities are trying to protect these emblems of the country's past and legacy to the future. In Indonesia, this work takes place through national parks, marine reserves, and community-based conservation initiatives across the archipelago. Indonesia possesses one of the world's most stunning natural land and seascapes, from Bali in the west to Yogyakarta in the east. Beach life, treks to volcanoes, jungle, marine life, everything is on offer for the traveler seeking adventure, R&R, or cultural immersion. Some of the world's most remarkable dance performances can be seen in Indonesia, as well as important ancient temples and historical sites dating back several centuries. The hospitality industry caters for all budgets, from luxe resorts to ecologically aware lodges to homestays all over the archipelago. From its unique mix of highly diverse culture and religion to its breathtaking natural wealth, Indonesia provides a kaleidoscope of beauty representing the diversity of the archipelago. Its traditions are alive as ever and still fascinating, and even though the force of globalization and modernity are putting pressure on them, the archipelago continues to fascinate millions of tourists. Indonesia can and will endure into this new century as long as the diversity of its cultures and nature is recognized and preserved for the future. Thanks for joining me on this adventure, friends. I hope you enjoyed exploring with me today. Remember to hit the like button if you had fun, and subscribe to join me on more incredible journeys around the world. Until next time, keep exploring.